Stephen J here with Reclaim Your Time. Today I want to talk to you about something a little bit different. I want to talk to you about community and authenticity. These are two near universal human needs, even though some of us may forget about it from time to time. We are a social creature. We all crave some form of community, and we all crave to be true to ourselves, to be authentic. Yet in our current society, we often see this as a trade-off, as kind of a spectrum. And a common spectrum that we see is on one end, the lone wolf, the person who is chosen authenticity. They want to be true to themselves, and the price they pay is isolation. The price they pay is not really being connected to anyone because they've chosen to really truly honor their own truth at every single moment in time. And on the opposite end of the spectrum is the popular, the in-crowd conformist. And this is the kind of person who has chosen community in nearly every situation. They really want to fit in, but as a result, they've had to give up a lot of their authenticity. They had to give up a lot of who they really are. Now, what would you say if I were to tell you that this trade-off does not really need to happen? There are ways that we can kind of have both, because a lot of us try to find a spot in the middle of the spectrum where we can kind of finesse it and get the right combination of both. One of the reasons why this trade-off happens is because we oftentimes have trouble understanding people being different from ourselves, people having different reactions, different tastes, different ways of doing things. So to me, the solution to this constant trade-off between community and authenticity is for us to actually go out of our way to understand people that are not like ourselves, to understand people who come from different cultures, or people who just have a different preference and different perspectives. Unfortunately, a lot of our excessive use of online technology, particularly social media, but any other type of platform as well, is kind of preventing us from doing that. And one of the reasons is because it is clustering us in a way. It's putting us in a lot of bubbles. The algorithms, of course, only desire to give us more content that we want to hear so that we stay on the algorithms longer. And therefore, if we like a lot of videos, a lot of content from one particular perspective, it's going to keep delivering us the same thing. And this puts us into bubbles. And there's been some evidence that shows that the more time we spend in our own little bubble, the more extreme our views tend to get. And this is something that we've seen play out. I feel like the people who were once labeled at the extreme end of the spectrum in, say, the early social media era, circa 2010, are now today's moderates. Now, the point of this video is not to tell everyone to be a moderate. We need to all be true to who we are, whether that's considered in the middle of the spectrum or considered on one extreme or the other. What we need to do is we need to find a way to connect with people outside of ourselves so that we become more comfortable understanding why someone's different, why someone will choose a different path in life and choose different tastes, and come to a different conclusion of what to think of anything going on in the world at any moment in time. And what this will allow us to do is form more diverse communities and overcome this need to see everyone else as a mirror of ourselves. And over time, what this will allow us to do is have community, have people around us while still being true to ourselves. And this way, if what you feel, if who you truly are doesn't kind of fit the mold, fit the mode of your particular group, you can still be a part of it because everyone else in the group is accustomed to seeing and understanding people that are not like themselves. I'm Stephen J again with Reclaim Your Time. I help people cut down on their screen time. Visit my website, www.lessscreentime.com, for more tips about how we can all control our use of technology a little bit more. And one of the many impacts I'm hoping to have from all this is to help us build these communities where we can be truly authentic to ourselves, as opposed to always feeling like we have to sacrifice one for the other in a spectrum, kind of like what we see often today.